You know how this goes. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified. Like, share, subscribe. We are going back in time, millionaires, to June the 27th, 2024. All right, millionaires, we're about to make a delicious devil's food chocolate cake. We have Jello pudding, chocolate Jello pudding. We have the devil's food cake mix, Pillsbury. We have a cup of buttermilk, 4 eggs, and a cup of oil. White chocolate Jello pudding for the frosting. We have milk, regular milk, about 1/3 cup. 2 sticks of butter. You're going to want to preheat your oven at 350. Grease and flour a 9 by 13 pan. All right, we're going to crack our eggs into a bowl. Be sure to crack your eggs in a bowl. You do not want shells in your cake batter. So 1 room temperature eggs, please, and cracked into a separate bowl. All right, we're ready to make a simple syrup. We have half a cup. So we're going to do half a cup of water, half a cup of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, and we're also going to add some cocoa powder to our simple syrup. So we're going to add the the sugar to a pot. We're going to add the half a cup of sugar, half a cup of water, mix it together, and we want to bring it to a boil. So let's bring it to a boil. Stir very well before you do anything. Stir that sugar and that water. Try to get that sugar diluted. And once it comes to a boil, then you will be good. You won't have no sugar grains. But you're still going to stir as you get it to a boil. So here we are. We got a good boil on there. We're going to take it off the eye. And we're going to add our vanilla and our cocoa and mix it well. It's not a must to do a simple syrup for your cake, but it will ensure that your cake is moist. So, optional step, simple syrup. You want to ensure you have a moist cake from beginning to end. Do your simple syrup. You can do half a cup to 1/3, 1/3 cup to half a cup of simple syrup. Combine everything well and just set it to the side. Now we are ready to begin making our cake. We want to add our cake mix to the mixer. Now add your chocolate pudding. Add your oil. Add your eggs. Add your vanilla. And add your buttermilk. Now you want to mix this on high so you can whip in some of that good old air into your cake mix. So give it a good 5 to 7 minute whipping, millionaires. 5 to 7 minutes. You want it nice and fluffy. Be sure to scrape the sides of your bowl at least twice while you are mixing. You want to make sure the bottom and the sides, and you get everything combined. All right? Make sure you scrape at least twice. Now we are ready to add our cake mix to our prepared pan. Once we get it all in nice and even, spread it out evenly, You want to pat your pan on the counter, a few nice pats to get the bubbles out. And then we'll be ready to put it in that preheated oven, 350. So we are going to bake this cake for 25 minutes, and we're going to check it with a toothpick and make sure it's ready. That looks good. You don't have any wetness on the toothpick. Looks great. It's ready to come out. I'm going to pierce my cake with a toothpick so it can accept my simple syrup just good all the way through. Just let it slide through that chocolate cake. And yes, so that's what I'm doing right here with the toothpick, millionaires. Okay, we're ready to add our simple syrup. And I'm going to add it all. I want this cake to be nice and moist. Even though it's a box cake and they hardly ever are not moist, I want it to be super duper moist. So I'm going to add that beautiful, shiny, simple syrup. It is time to make the frosting. So we're going to add your paddle, your whisking paddle, and we're going to beat this butter and get it nice and fluffy so we can add the rest of our ingredients. We are ready to add our white chocolate jello to our butter. Absolutely delicious. I can't wait to make this again, millionaires. All right, we got that added. Now we are ready to add our powdered sugar. 2 cups of powdered sugar. All right, that's the second cup. Now we're going to mix that on a medium high, and we're going to add our vanilla. And now we're going to add our milk, and you mix this to your consistency. So take it slow and easy. Don't just mix it all in. You may want a thick frosting. You may want a thinner frosting. All depends on your desired consistency. All right, we're adding 1/4 teaspoon of salt to balance out the sugar in the frosting. Our frosting is complete. We have our cake cooling. We're going to let it cool all the way down, all the way. We're going to put our frosting in a container with a lid and add it to the refrigerator until the cake has cooled down completely. Doesn't that look delicious and just fluffy and ooh. All right, let's refrigerate this frosting and cool this cake, and we'll be ready to put it together and enjoy. So our cake has cooled all the way. We have our frosting from the refrigerator. We're going to stir it very well because it depends on how long it was in the refrigerator. It can get a little stiff on you. So if you want to, you can pop it in the mic for, seconds. Seconds. You don't want to melt it. You just want to make it move. But I'm going to do it by hand, millionaires, because I'm a soldier. And I am ready to dress this cake. By this being a single layer cake, I think I used absolutely too much frosting. If there had been a double layer cake, that would have been the perfect amount of frosting. But look at me. And there's the beautiful cake. Peace, millionaires. So, did you like, share, subscribe? Did you hit the bell to be notified?